Okay guys, so I haven't got the chair obviously today, I've just got the tripod, so I'm just going to show you the front first. So I've just done a sort of deep part in the hair. It's much easier to start this style on the side that's got more hair to it, so it is easier with the side part. So I'm just going to comb that hair through, and then all I've done, I have done a little bit of this already, but I'll just show you, is this dry wax spray is just going to help with any of the sort of frizzier bits to the hair. So just a slight misting over the hair, and then just take your comb or brush and brush that product through. So I'd like you to take a section of hair from the top here, and then what I'd like you to do is divide it. Oh, motorbike's just gone past. Wait for that, there we go. Divide it into 4 for me, okay? Try and get them even if you can. So I'll go with the 2 first, and then I'll go and divide those as well. So I've got my 4 sections of hair. Now what I'm going to do now is just swap my hands over so you can actually see what I'm doing so my hands aren't covering it. Okay, so the start of the braid is the top section, and it's going to go under and then over, okay? So it's going to go under and then over, okay? So that's the first bit of the braid. Next you're going to go to the bottom and you're going to go over and under, okay? Now this bottom section now is the first bit of your waterfall, so that's just going to be placed out of the way, okay? If you are doing it on somebody else, they could hold that section and be really helpful, but I don't think Doris is going to do that for me. So we'll just leave that there, okay? So now you've got 3 sections, okay? You're going to go back to the top section, but before you go underneath with this top section, what I'd like you to do is just get a small slice of hair, okay? Add it into that top section, and then it's going to go under and over. So you've added it together, it's going to go under and then over, like that, okay? So the next part of the braid is to take a small section of hair, because at the minute you've only got 3 sections, you've got to get yourself back to 4 again, okay? So you're going to take a section of hair here, just smooth it out a minute. Okay, so this section of hair now is going to go over this section and under the next section. And now this bottom section again is your leave out hair. So make sure the braid stays nice and tight, guys, so just readjust your fingers if you need to. Okay, so back to the top again. So the top is, if you remember, to go under and over, but before you take that top section under and over, again, you're just going to be taking a small section of hair, smoothing it out, adding it into that top section, and then that top section is going to go under and over. So here we go, smooth it, under, and then it's going to go over, okay? So again now you're back to sort of finding that extra piece of hair. So you're just going to wiggle your finger, get in that section of hair, smoothing it out a second. Okay, so again, it's going to go over and under. Keeping it nice and tight, and that's the section that you're dropping again, this bottom section. So let's go again. Just going to turn Doris around for you. Okay, back to the top. If you remember, it's under, but not before you've added in that slice of hair. So I'm adding that slice of hair to that top section. It's going to go under and over. Finding that section underneath. Okay, this section underneath is going to go over and under. And now you're ready again to drop that section. And you see that by keeping the tension in those strands, you're keeping it nice and tight, because I'm going to loosen this off afterwards, but you don't want the braid to sort of start falling out, okay? Let me just get myself right again, making sure all the sections are nice and smooth and tight. So top tip with braiding, I want this braid to come around the head, okay? So make sure that you're not sort of too close and facing this way. You need to start moving your body around that head to give you sort of the right direction of where that braid's going. So I'm just going to take my comb for this next little bit now, taking a small slice of hair, adding it into that top section, under, over. And I'm going to repeat this all the way around, and then I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the end yet. I'll decide when I get there. And I'm also just going to show you how to just loosen this braid off a little bit. So with this little side piece of hair now, I am going to do a 3-strand braid and just pull on the outer edges and create a little flower. So just an ordinary 3-strand, doing a few stitches, and then just gently teasing out those side bits. I don't want the flower to be too big, so I'm not going to pull too much on those side bits because these are like your petals. So just teasing out the edges all the way down. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up, so don't worry too much about the tail end at the minute. So I'm just using my thumb and forefinger, and I'm just going to start to curl this braid up. As I go, that tail sort of goes around and gets into that braid. So just keep curling it up all the way to the top. I'm then just going to use some little mini grips or bobby pins, Kirby grips, depending on where you're from. So they're just like little ones. And rather than putting it at the top there where you're going to be able to see the grip, you almost have to sort of go from behind the braid and just hook it with that little grip. Wiggle it through the back, trying to make sure that you don't see that grip at all from the front. So if this braid was for a child or school, you might want to leave it nice and tight, but you can just take your fingers and just very gently pull at these sections here. So that's the braid finished, guys. Hopefully it all made sense. Please comment below whether you did actually watch it and were able to follow it and understand it. So I'm going to give a little spin. Usually I do this on a chair, but today we have our head, so let's do it this way. So I'm just going to hold it to the side for you. So it starts there, and then we're just going to go all the way round, 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 round. Oh, just getting caught. And there's a little flower at the end. So, thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and comment and hopefully subscribe. And you can also find me on Instagram at Sweethearts Hair.